everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I thought I'd do the mum tag. I thought it'd be a lot of fun, so yeah, if you want to see me answer the questions, then please keep on watching. The first question is, how old were you when you had your first child? So I was 19 when I had Arlo, and I was turned 20 exactly a week after I had him. So I was 19 but a week before I was 20. Question number 2. What is the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months? I would say the hardest thing about being pregnant for 9 months is just getting uncomfortable, really. I couldn't really sleep properly. You feel a bit uncomfortable in whatever you wear. I think you lose a bit of body confidence. I did. Towards the end I started to feel really flumpy and I just didn't feel too nice and anything. I was quite lucky that the majority of the way through my pregnancy I was absolutely fine, like feeling like in myself, I was okay. But yeah, I'd say towards the end that it was a little bit uncomfortable. Question number 3. Can you think of any good things you enjoyed during those 9 months? Well, obviously I loved to feel him kick, and that was a lovely feeling. Knowing that he's healthy was lovely. But yeah, I think that's the main thing that I could think of. I did enjoy having my bump. I had a lot of complications at the beginning of my pregnancy, but once that was over I started to enjoy it a bit more. Question number 4. In your opinion, were all the things you heard about childbirth accurate or way off? Well, I would say it's not, it obviously hurts. It's not easy, but I would say that I had a better experience than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be horrendous. I thought that I was going to not be able to do it without being like losing control. But yeah, I think I managed to keep control as best as I could, and I'd say overall that my experience was okay. Nice. As nice as it could be, I suppose. Question number 5. Would you have handled childbirth differently if you could redo it? No, I wouldn't. I would have handled it exactly the same. I thought I did really well, better than I thought I was going to. I had it in my head that I didn't want to scream, and if you did, that doesn't matter. Everyone handles pain and difficult times a lot differently to other people, and I just wanted to keep control because I knew if I lost control then I wouldn't be able to get it back. So I really was trying to focus on keeping control. Question number 6. What would be your advice for someone who is about to have a baby? I would say do it your way. You're having the baby, you do what you want to do, you have what you want, and it's your experience at the end of the day. Everyone's different. You do what you want to do. That's all I've got. That's all the advice that I've got, really. Do whatever makes you feel good. Don't worry about anyone else, because at the end of the day, as long as you and that baby are healthy and safe, then it doesn't really matter. What has been the hardest thing about being a mum? I'd say the hardest thing about being a mum is the fact that I have to work and I have to leave him. I hate leaving him with anyone. I hate being away from him, but it's something that has to be done because I want to provide for him. I want him to have the best things that he can in life, and that's something I won't compromise on. He will have the best, and yeah, I will always do my best for him, and that means that I have to work. So yeah. What has been the most rewarding thing about being a mum? The most rewarding thing about being a mum is everything, really. He is my world. I would do anything for him. The way that he looks at me, the way that he tells me he loves me, the way that he treats me, everything. I just love him more than anything in the whole world. What is the most surprising thing that you discovered about being a mum? I don't really know, to be honest. I think that my mum prepared me well. She gave me lots of advice, so I think that I was pretty prepared. So I wouldn't say I was surprised with anything because I sort of knew what to expect, and that doesn't mean that sometimes I didn't struggle. Every mum struggles at times, but I think that I coped pretty well, and I loved and do love every minute of being Arlo's mum. Question 10. What is the best memory you have involving your child? I would say the best memory so far is probably when he learnt to walk. He had a brace on his legs for a time when he was a baby, which is another story which I could go into another date, but he had a brace on his legs, so it kind of delayed him a little bit. So when he had that off and he started to walk properly, that was a huge relief for me as well, because I didn't want him to be held back. And from that time he's just come on strength to strength to strength, and I'm just really, really proud of him. What is the most exciting milestone? Probably that at the moment. Yeah, the same answer for that question. What is the worst thing your child has ever done? The worst thing he's ever done is probably what he did a few weeks ago. And I was getting ready in the next room. He was in the living room, literally for like 2 minutes by himself watching cartoons, and then he told me that he had a sore foot, so he'd put cream on it. So I obviously ran through to see what was going on, and he had emptied the whole tub of Sudocrem, and he was covered head to toe. He was white. There wasn't a patch on his body that wasn't white and wasn't covered in Sudocrem. So yeah, that was probably the worst thing he's done, and the funniest thing he's done as well. I couldn't help but laugh, but the problem was that we were supposed to be going out the door literally 5 minutes after that, so it set us back. I had to put him in the shower, wash him off, but yeah, it was funny, so I couldn't really tell him off. What habit did you wish your child didn't have? I'd say the habit that Arlo does have, which he gets off me and I wish he didn't have, is biting his nails. He's obviously seen me and he started to bite his nails, and considering that he's only 3, I'm trying to nip it in the bud now so that he doesn't carry on. What habit of theirs makes you most proud? That he has to give every single person in the house a kiss and a cuddle before he goes to bed. He will not settle unless he has done that. So yeah, I think that's really lovely, and it shows how caring he is. 15. Do you share any similarities with your child? I would say he has certain traits that are like me. He has certain parts of his face that I think are like mine. For example, I think he's definitely got my nose. He has green eyes, but I have brown eyes, so his eyes are lighter than mine, but I'd say the shape of his eyes are quite similar to mine. But yeah, I think he as he grows up, I can see him more like me every day, me as a baby rather than me now. Question 16. Where would you like your child to be in 10 years? Well, in 10 years Arlo will be 13, so he'll be in high school, and I just want him to just follow his dreams and do whatever makes him happy. That's all I'll ever ask of him. As long as he stays on the straight and narrow, I will always be proud of him, no matter what he decides to do. What is something that having a child has taught you? Something that having a child has taught me is that the silly little things that I used to think mattered really don't. Like little things that I would have worried about before, or things that would have upset me before, really don't bother me anymore. I like pick and choose more carefully of what things need a reaction. So yeah, I'd say it's calmed me a lot. I think my temper, I never had a really short temper, but I think I just choose my arguments more wisely. I would just say that I just think a lot more before I act. I definitely value my opinion more than other people's opinions now. I just feel like overall being mum has just made me a better person. I do everything for him, and if that doesn't fit in with other people, then that's it. Sounds a bit harsh, but that is how it is now. Arlo comes first, everything and everyone else comes second. Question 18, did you imagine that you'd be a mum at the age you became a mum? No, I didn't. I didn't think that I would become a mum at the age that I became a mum, but now having Arlo, I wouldn't change him for the world. I feel like things happen for a reason, and I feel like things come into your life when they're needed, and I think that I needed him and he gave me everything that I've ever needed. 19, describe your child in a single sentence. I would describe Arlo as amazing, beautiful, best thing that's ever happened to me. Question 20, have you changed as a person since becoming a mum? Yes, I have changed as a person. I don't take any messing of anyone anymore, and I think having Arlo has made me a hell of a lot stronger. Now I do things for me and him and to make our life better, and that is all I'll ever do, and I won't put up with anyone's rubbish ever again because he's made me so strong. So yeah, that's all the questions in the mum tag. So I hope that you've really enjoyed listening and watching. So yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to see, then please leave me some ideas down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye!